Over the years, technology has increasingly developed, changing how we interact and go about our daily lives. Stated by the United Nations, digital technologies have advanced more rapidly than any innovation in our history.
20 years ago, someone may have had a phone, possibly internet, and a shared computer for the family to use at home, perhaps spending only an hour or less on technology a day. Nowadays, Australians spend up to 5.5 hours a day on their phone, with Gen Z using the most at 7.5 hours a day. Due to this continuing change of technology, there's been diverse speculation about the future of society and culture, and how our world may one day be run by digital technologies. Technology and how we view it has developed over time, and concepts that were thought as crazy or would never happen have. Robots, headsets that we can use to be transported into another world, glasses that show us our surroundings, and flying drones that can bring us a delivery would never have been thought of as a possibility years ago, but are now our reality.
Societies are becoming ever more dependent on digital technologies in their homes, workplaces, and a way to fill in their days.
Immersion is a very complex term that can mean different things to each person, which is why being transported into a virtual world is so intriguing to people. This is done through technologies by creating or imitating an aspect of the world into a digital simulation. To create this, an individual must be fully immersed into a world with visuals and audio being made in high quality so that a world is formed for them to become a part of.
Examples of immersive technologies that have developed over time are virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, which have become increasingly used in industries and more popular over time.
These are current ways for companies and people to use these as a creative way to teach something, learn a new technique, or a way for improvement in a specific industry. These technologies have developed over time and have therefore altered what we may see as reality and immersion. These technologies were once a concept that people didn't think would one day become our reality, and then became an idea that brands and companies knew of, but could never use due to costs. Nowadays, people can easily have access to virtual reality headsets, augmented reality games on phones such as Pokemon Go, Google Glasses, and simulations which allow this reality to be accessed in a cost-effective way. Being so easy to access means that people are continually wanting something new or better than what they have, pushing companies to frequently update new versions of a technology they have created into something even more superior. Brands such as Apple are continually developing upon their products and bringing out new versions of their latest iPhone or laptop to ensure that they continue to bring out the best new thing. Augmented reality is when layers of the virtual and physical environment are blended, which allows for a user to become immersed. Compared to other forms of reality, AR can be delivered on the largest range of softwares, such as a phone, meaning it's the most likely to be used with the largest potential to grow over time. This form of reality has transformed from a technical innovation to part of everyday life in some industries. In the healthcare industry, augmented realities have been implemented to improve upon people's lives and save those who may be battling an illness or disease. Stated in the Journal of Engineering and Technology Management, AR could be adapted for different kinds of medical skills and could create a flexible learning environment that can be used to improve people's skills whilst implemented into their working environment. Professionals must be trained using AR so that they are able to implement the use of a device in their work with high understanding of how and why. Not only for healthcare workers, but people of the public can use an app to find nearby defibrillators, or Google Glasses can be used by a new mother who's struggling with breastfeeding, which can help save lives. In the surgical endoscopy, etc., reality can be created by digital content in combination with real-time user interaction tied to a specific time and location, resulting in a computer-based enhancement of the real environment. These advancements not only helping the doctors and nurses using them, but saving people's lives, which would have been lost if not for how far we've come with digital technologies.
A downfall in this advancement of technology is that women, unfortunately, are continuing to be left behind, with the UN declaring
of women using the internet is 12% lower than that of men. Although this is closing, it's still a huge problem in developing countries. This has been addressed but must be reduced as digital technologies resume to grow. Technologies are continuing to develop even in the current day when we have become a world surrounded by media in every aspect of our lives. No matter what, every person uses or interacts with some sort of media or technology every day and can't deny how our world has become a digitalized world. The future of how media will continue to become enhanced will change these ideas of a virtual world and what is seen as reality and not. We must be aware of the ubiquity of digital technologies, as stated in the Futures volume, so that we are aware of how and what aspects of our world are becoming digitalized. One day we may be a world that is seen through a headset and have media integrated further into our lives, replacing everyday activities we do.
Technology is part of our life, and as new technologies are continuing to be developed and worked on, our view of what is seen as reality and immersion are continuing to transform, as is the reality of our lives.